Hey comic friends, I'm Travis. Behind the camera again. This is more of the Oh No Vertigo. I have a long box worth still to show, so we're gonna jump right into it. I'll probably split this between a couple. Anyway, some of these I know stuff about, others I do not know anything about really. Outlaw Nation, saga of a family that would not die. Very interesting looks. Just off the top of my head, looking at the cover there, looks like something that would be Central America, possibly. I don't know. Know nothing about this at all. And so we're just going to roll through these. These are books I have not read yet. Outlaw Nation number 2. This is year 2000. Jamie Delano written, and Goran Suzuka is the artist. Glenn Fabre is the cover artist. So last thing I remember Glenn Fabre doing is he did a Vertigo horror book not too long ago. And I think he does I want to say he does Mad Max, not Mad Max, the Mad Magazine stuff. At any rate, Outlaw Nation number 3. This is 2001 already. There's some cool stuff obviously going on here, torture, that sort of thing here. So here's number 4. They've added Sebastian, yeah, how do you say that last name? And I think that they're doing some of the penciling, I think, and then that Gordon Suzuka is doing the inks on the top of it, possibly. If I remember correctly, kind of thumbing through some of these. Station number 5. Do I need to show that closer? I don't know. I'm not sure how interested people are in this. Number 6. I really love these covers, though. I mean, they're intriguing. You know, there's some interesting stuff going on just in the covers. Hello, Nurse. Number 7. Number 8. So I'm not sure what the Outlaw Nation is. I mean, this looks now, it's looking more like something that would be in the you know, Texas or Arizona type stuff. So maybe that's what it is. I love this character, this old sheriff-looking character. Like, I mean, art-wise, I have no idea. Like I said, no idea. Otherwise, what's going on with that? So here's issue number 10. What I do. Issue number 11. Issue number 12. All this stuff back when Vertigo books would go more than 6 issues. Issue number 13. 14. Love the painting behind that one too. It's cool when they can get a cover artist that does the entire run of a book, even if it's a long run. Keeps it kind of a universal feel to it. Issue number 15. I need to go faster? I don't know. There's issue 16. Clearly all kinds of crazy stuff, lots of memory type thing going on here. This guy that's typing into the computer there, because these are some of the characters that were on the covers prior. And issue number 17. Ooh, he's got big muscles. 18. Cruising around on a bald eagle. Woohoo! 19. The final blaze of glory. So that is the end of it. So at 19 issues of that. Set that off to the side here. So here's a old like Vertigo advertisement kind of thing. 99 cents. 10 years on the edge. The Vertigo preview. So this would have been 2003. When I was clearly not getting comics. Looks like there's some interesting stuff in there. Comics that will define 2003, of course. And Clean Shade the Changing Man. The 20th Century all-new story by the exciting team of Milligan and Mike Allred. Yes. Death, the Ultimate Party Girl. It's a manga. Gets a manga makeover by Jill Thompson. So a lot of interesting stuff in there. First glance at Beware the Creeper, Winterman, The Losers, Lovecraft, all kinds of goodies. Anyway, and then here's a review. Actually, this has got I've got the Defy, right? I got one of these. I got a couple of these from 2013. Here's from 2012. The Vertigo preview stuff. I don't know. Is it worth hanging on to that kind of stuff? No idea. Anyway, I have it anyway. So, Dead Man. This is issue number 1, 2006. Bruce Jones, John Watkins. Watkins is doing the cover there. Dead Man. Issue number 2 is another book. I have no idea. None whatsoever what this is about. Other than clearly he's a pilot, I would assume. It looks like a pilot's uniform. So I don't know if he's crashed. It's a crashing airplane. So I love this cover. I love this cover because I love the coffin-shaped hole. You know, realistically, if you're gonna dig a hole in the ground to bury somebody, it's not coffin-shaped. But I like the coffin shape with the looking from the bottom up out at these people and whatnot. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool cover. And look who's in it. It's Dead Man. So I'm assuming that means this is a Dead Man series. It's one I've actually not heard of. So I definitely plan on checking it out. That's issue number 4. It's on my list of things to read. I've got a whole crap load of back issues to read, right? So issue number 5. We're in 2007 here. Issue number 6. That one feels... Oh, I've got 2 copies of issue number 6. That's why I feel so heavy. Like, what the heck? Yeah. Love this guy in here. Almost reminds me of Shadow Man from the Valiant comics. Anyway. Issue number 7. That's creepy. Look at that hand. When she sees that hand, it's like, oh boy. So, what, is he a vampire? What's going on with that? Issue number 8. I don't know if it's the same girl. Somebody's pregnant. I love this cover too. She's looking at herself in the mirror there and holding her tummy. Here she is in the mirror. She doesn't look pregnant here, but I love the fetus that's wound up in her head. That is a wicked looking cover. Issue number 9. Issue number 10. Issue number 11. That one feels thick too. It must have advertisements in it or something. Oh, the purple's on that one. So the car is already falling, it looks like almost there. And issue number 12. Falling from the plane. She's clearly in a desperate way. And issue number 13, the final issue. So I look forward to checking that out. If you know stuff about that, let me know. Let's see, what's next here? Oh, yes. Jason Aaron and R.M. Gura's Tour de Force Scout. When this came out, I was collecting comics, and for some reason, I looked at it and went, oh no, it's white guys doing Indian stories, and I wasn't sure what I was going to think of it and whatnot. So I didn't pick it up in singles. I ended up picking it up in trade because I started seeing art for R.M. Gurura, and this is, I love their art. So, yeah, Scout. So I ended up getting this stuff in singles from my friend. So yeah, there's a few issues that are missing here and there, I think. They actually did not like Scalps when it came out. But I really dug it a lot. It was quite the painful read in a lot of ways. And I think Jason Aaron did a decent job of showing a small piece of possible what could be happening on res in South Dakota. Clearly this has to do with gambling. It has to do with drug running and the people that are involved in all that. It is a Indian crime noir of sorts. So clearly it does not represent real people. It doesn't represent, people who are actually on the reservation and all that kind of stuff. But just a different setting, a different setting as opposed to it being, gumshoes or, the Italians or the Irish mob or something like that. It's a whole different kind of thing and whatnot. But I really, like I said, really like it. There's issue 6. Most of these covers, I think, are jock covers. That one clearly is a jock cover. I don't know. That one might be... That almost looks like a Leon cover. So I think it's jock. J plus A. Not sure. But that's a jock cover. But the run basically was all R.M. Gurr. I think there's a couple issues that there were guest artists that came on the book. But good stuff. Good stuff. Issue 10. Issue 11. Issue 12. Now see, here's an issue that's got John Paul Leon doing the art on the inside. And this is a Dave Johnson cover. Super cool. Great creators on the book. Issue 13. Back to our regular artist on the book. So this is kind of like a spotlight kind of story. Usually when they had a guest artist, it was a kind of a side story of sorts. 14. Some of the jock covers look so much. It's like so obvious that it's a jock cover that, yeah. 15. Issue 16. Pull this off the side before it becomes a mountain that would cause us problems. Issue 17. 18. Dave Ferraro. I don't remember that issue. I'm trying to think from that cover is awesome too. I don't know. Is that a Bradstreet cover? Yes, it is a Bradstreet cover. See his signature right there? I was going to say it looked like it. A little bit of photorealism slapped in there amongst the textures that he uses and whatnot. And issue 19. I gotta remember. There he is, the nunchucks. Or she is, got Dash's nunchucks. So the story is about a guy who left the reservation, kid who left the reservation, joins the military, ends up secretly joining the FBI, comes back to his home res to do some work for a corrupt FBI agent that's basically terrorizing the res in his own way, and this young man is hoping to set things straight, and he gets himself so deep undercover that he ends up being quite the mess himself. So, trying to remember what this storyline is. More Bradstreet covers, because I'm trying to remember the Dave Ferraro artwork on this part. I think this has to do with Dashiell's girlfriend and her addictions and whatnot. And then we get back to the regular crew, a jock cover there, and M.R. Gurr back on art on issue 21, issue 22, issue 23, issue 24, issue 25, Hylosum Part 1, issue 26. I don't remember there having this many villain artists as much as we did. Ooh, this one though, good stuff. So that was issue number 26. Issue number 27, issue by Francesco Francavilla. Gotta love it. Like I said, there's some excellent artists that do fill in on this thing and whatnot. So I went from issue 27 to issue 33. This is a Asian gang that is made an investment. They've made an investment in the casino, and they don't like where their investment's going. So they have shown up. The Hmong, I think they're the Hmong. Is that how you say that? I think that is the case. issue 36. Those padlocks across there. And so that is it that I have for Scalped. Scalped actually goes to issue 50. I'll be picking up the rest of the singles in it because I do have this kind of weird goal of wanting to pick up all the Vertigo books just to have a full collection of Vertigo work. So now we are at issue number 1 of The Bike Club. That's a Frank Quietly cover. This is from June of 2004. I believe, I want to say The Bike Club is a, is it a, it's a Howard Chinkin book, right? Well, we're going to find out because there's going to be creators on it somewhere. I'm trying to look. So I was looking to see if it was in the Blood Things at any rate. It just looks like a Howard Chinkin book, right? Love the Frank Quietly cover. Oh, these are all Frank Quietly covers. So, Bike Club issue number 2. There we go. Howard Chinkin, written Dave Tushama and David Hahn. I think these guys work together on some other stuff. Or there's been other bike clubs that I've shown on prior videos. Could also be the case. So there we are. Bike Club issue number 3. More Frank Quietly covers. Here. Packages of gum. Issue number 4. Frank Quietly is like Paul Pope. It's just there's no way not to recognize Frank Quietly stuff. Issue number 5. Not a huge vampire fan, but I like the kind of mod look of some of this stuff and whatnot. Howard Chinkin is a mixed bag. I think he's kind of lost grasp of some things here recently, but some of his older stuff is interesting and whatnot. So, an older, I believe, book by Jason Aaron did a little bit of work for Vertigo. And this is Cameron Stewart on art for this. This is 2006. Clearly a Vietnam tale. The Other Side. Yeah, I know Jason Aaron did a little bit of Vertigo work before he basically became Marvel exclusive. So, The Other Side, issue number 2. And I know that Jason Aaron does a lot of research before he approaches a lot of these types of stories. He's not just writing a story; he talks to people who've experienced what it is that he's writing about. So a lot of his stories to me feel like they're done in good faith, and I appreciate that. Also, issue number 3, issue number 4. I like that cover. That's an interesting cover. Number 5. The panicked look of our GI there and the charging forward of the Viet Cong. That must be the end. It's a 5-issue series. Because now I'm into Crossing Midnight, which has J.H. Williams the third cover, I believe. That's who that is, right? Is that who we established that is? I would thinking it is. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that's what it is. I have to look for sure, 100% for sure, but man, that really looks like it. Mike Carey, who I'm a fan of a lot of his writing, so I look forward to reading this. Jim Ferd and Rob Hunter on art. No idea, Crossing Midnight, what it's about. So the second issue, we've already had some creative change. So got Jim Ferd on art. I don't know the Mark painting. I don't know if that's an inker or not, but that is 100% a J.H. Williams the third cover. That is his signature. That one's big enough. I can tell. I can tell that's what it is. So, good stuff, right? Now that I've said that, I'm gonna feel stupid if that's not him. I'm gonna open one of these up. You got time, right? We're only at like 19 minutes. That's the one I only got 2 copies of. Well, of course, the credits are not in the middle of the book. This is excellent art, though. This art, good stuff. Some good stuff. Let's see if I can find the. So I can find the credits. Yeah, it's J.H. Williams III cover. And the pencils are Jim Fern and Mark Payton on inks. Jose Vildebra is on colors. No idea what this is about. It looks mythological. You know, Mike Carey writes a lot of stuff that's kind of like that. The Unwritten You know, some of those kind of stuff. Anyway, there we go. Issue number 3. Issue number 4. J.H. Williams art. Never get enough of it. Issue number 5. Issue number 6. The Map of Midnight, Part 1. Issue number 7. See, it just makes for solid work when you have the same artist basically doing all the covers. Unless, of course, you know, it's somebody like Greg Land or Rob Liefeld that you don't like their art, and then it'd be a nightmare, right? Issue number 8. Issue number 9. Issue number 10, Bedtime Stories. Eric Wynn on that, artist on that issue. Issue number 11, still J.H. Williams covers. Looks like Wynn is doing all the work on the Bedtime Story arc anyway. Then we get Crossing Midnight, issue number 13. The Time of Circles, Part 1. And I'm looking for creators. Jim Fern's back on art. Yeah, good stuff. That was 14. There's 15. Go faster, go faster. Issue number 16. This one, it's got some of the colors and the wispiness and whatnot that really looks like what we'll see. What this is, we're still 2008, but then we're gonna see in, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years when it gets into Detective Comics and Batwoman, right? So I really love that one too, just because I love the hint of the skull of that dude underneath it, and the way it's colored that way just makes it look like it's seen through it. It's really cool. Sword of the Soul, Part 1, issue number 17. Issue number 18, preview of the House of Mystery Inside, which is curious because how was I missing this book? Early on, I wasn't as good at grabbing the Vertigo stuff as what I thought I was, because I read all the House of Mystery. I have all the House of Mystery. Really love the House of Mystery stuff. So, and then there's issue number 19. That is the final. That is the end of the series, I believe. Right there. Move those out of the way. One more pile, I think, and we'll call this a done deal. Unknown Soldier, issue number 1 of 4. This is a mini-series from 97. This is a Garth Ennis written, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. I like the Unknown Soldier, bits and pieces I know of him. Killian Pluckett is on art. That looks like has some of the same style as a Bradstreet cover, but I don't see a signature anywhere on that issue, so maybe it's not. But this issue does have Bradstreet on it, so I'm betting the first issue was Bradstreet also. Issue number 2 of 4, The Unknown Soldier, really interesting character. So here is issue number 3. Looks like with the Spanish here that possibly we are in someplace in Latin America, possibly. Moving on. And issue number 4 of The Unknown Soldier. 97. Then we're going to get some other Unknown Soldier. This is Unknown Soldier. This is Joshua Dysart and Roberto Ponticelli, who I love his art, so I'm excited to have this run of the book. This is 2008. What was this one here? 97. So 2008. Super excited about this. Oh, look at that. It's even got a Garth Ennis right up at the top there about how great it's going to be and whatnot. But I'm a big fan of Alberto Ponticelli's artwork. So I'm really looking forward to digging into these. I have thumbed through a lot of these. Here's issue number 2. Just to see, we're kind of getting Africa, the child soldier stuff that's going on here. So I'm looking forward to that. I like topical comic books a lot of times, so that's pretty cool. Issue number 3. Issue number 4. Issue number 5. I'm trying to think. This might be the run that DaCosta has. Because I know he's talked about the Unknown Soldier and Alberto Ponticelli. Ooh, love that cover. Where he's peeling off his face and the Unknown Soldier is underneath it. Yes. I will just guess offhand that that is a Dave Johnson cover. It just has his kind of writing and style to it. Yep. You probably can't see it there. Right there it says Johnson. So Dave Johnson cover. Still Alberto Ponticelli on interiors. I don't know who did those first covers. It might have been Ponticelli. There, the Johnson cover is bigger. Kill Easy, Chapter 1. Nominated for Eisner for Best New Series. If you're into things like Eisner's. More Dave Johnson covers. Issue number 9. Issue number 10. I love this one. Love that cover. Easy kill. Him there with the machete. Baseball bat. Camera. Oh, just like that. Like that style of that. So Dave Johnson must become the permanent cover artist here. More of the easy kill stuff. Issue number 11. Issue number 12. Issue number 13. I love this one too. There's these floating guys that the way home and blood pouring out of him, and he's up to his, basically up to his, past his knees, and big old blood. It doesn't have Alberto Ponticelli on the artwork there. It has a Pat Massini, which I don't know who that is. More of the way home. You can see a lot of this kind of stringy image and trees and whatnot in Dave Johnson's artwork. Just offhand, I got a comic sitting off to the side here. Another Vertigo book, Coffin Hill. Not part of this whole run, but see the strings? It's kind of a same sort of a kind of an element. And then we're to the dry season. Alberto Ponticelli is back on art. Dave Johnson's still on covers. These wonderful skulls here. This root here. Some low profile grass or crops off of possibly the Sierra. Oh, Savannah. A little bit of stuff. Like it. What do I know I'm talking about though? I don't. So, issue number what? 16 we are now? Best series of the year. IGN says. Ooh, love this one too. All the giant needles and whatnot there. The dry season. Issue number 17. And issue number 18. This is getting long, so we're going to hurry up here. Issue number 19. Issue number 20. Still our same creators on the book. Issue 21. Love that. The Horn of Africa there. All the good stuff going on in that issue. Oh, love this one too. So, Beautiful World. It's a great cover because this looks like, if you get close to it, it looks like stitching. Like this is a some sort of a tapestry or a cross stitch kind of a thing and whatnot. So, good stuff there from Dave Johnson still. Issue 23. Beautiful World. Issue number 24. Probably need to pull those down so you can see what's going on, right? Let me see here. And final issue. Issue 25. It's a great cover also. The End of the Beautiful World. This kind of, this spike going through his head. I don't know. Something final about that I really like. Let's see. We're gonna do just a little bit more, I think. Right? You want a few more this time around? Sure you do. Beware the Creeper, issue number 1. This came out in 2003. Jason Hall, Cliff Chang, early Cliff Chang work. Did you know that Cliff Chang actually was an editor to start out with? Anyway, Beware the Creeper. I love the Creeper character. I'm looking forward to checking this out just because the Creeper character, obviously, is a female in this one. A lady's the Creeper. Is she possessed by the Creeper spirit? Or what's up? Looks like she's potentially a jewel thief, too. So I'm curious to see what that's all about. This is 10 years on the edge. Vertigo. That's what this is the era of the Vertigo this is. This is issue number 3. Issue number 4. What's going on there? And I have to admit, I like this big, bold. I mean, I know that cuts your artwork down some. I like that, though. The Beware, that big, bold Beware the Creeper thing. Yes, love the colors and stuff on this one. Beware the Creeper. Issue number, what, 5? Yep, 5. So that's it. That's it for the Beware the Creeper. I look forward to checking it out, see what it's like. More of our Bite Club here. This is Bite Club from 2006. Clearly, these guys are into this image of this vampire with the two-tone hair and her not wearing much. They're clearly into that thing. This is the Vampire Crime Unit is what this miniseries is. This is clearly came second. Issue number 2, more of the Howard Chaykin and Dave Tashima, well, yeah, whatever. And clearly these are Chaykin covers. That's just stereotypically his eyes and mouth style there. So don't know about those first ones, but certainly these are Howard ones. And then finally for this video is Bite Club Vampire Crime Unit, issue number 5 from 2006. No idea. I'll probably sit down and read these all together, or I'll read the first one and then just, depending on how it is, depends on when I read the others. Anyway, that's it for this one. I've got one more of these coming, and then I'll be done with this No Vertigo stuff. So, thanks if you watch, and have a good one.